I've been accused of, which is always interesting, as though I hate children because I've taken a zero tolerance stand for the exploitation of children on the internet. And having been witness of the growing exploitation of children by the media, by reality television, by singing, by the JonBenet Ramseys of the world, by all these different avenues whereby mothers, stage mothers, have put their children into acting careers, where people have taken their children and made them into super Olympic stars, whether they become a ballerina or whether they become a godlike figure that the mother, father, or people around them live vicariously through them. I wonder, when God said, train up a child in the way that they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it, what are you training your child up to become? Do you really want them to be an Elmer Gantry at the age of 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, with no innocence of childhood to come to God and to experience Him in their own way? Do you really want them to be used by everyone around them in order to get ratings, to become the latest? Oh, shock. Look how wonderful that is. Oh, let's use your child's video in this way for thousands to see and to enjoy and to participate in. And maybe for the pornographers to use. And maybe for the child molesters to confuse. And maybe for them to be posted around the world so that people can use them for their own means any way they want to. What are you doing with your children today? Where are they? And what are you doing with them? Because when people say to me about, oh, I don't care about the children, I care more about them than I do for you. Because I would rather that you wrapped your rope of your freedom that you have with these children, tied it to a stone and threw it into a lake and drowned, than to see these children stumbled by your own sinfulness, by thinking you can do what you want with these children that God has entrusted you with. Suffer the little children to come unto me, Jesus said, for such is the kingdom of heaven. He didn't say make them into preachers. He didn't say make them into teachers. A child does not get on the internet and become a rock star. We do not bring up our children to become superstars in sports. We bring them up as children that are meant to learn to be loved and appreciated for who they are. They have development stages they go through that they can make choices and determine for themselves when they are an adult where their avocation would be and how God would direct them. You can't tell me, O thou mother and father, that God Himself told you to make your child into a preacher. You can't tell me, O thou singing sensation, mother behind the scenes, father behind the scenes, promoter and idolaters all around of the next American Idol, that God told you personally that you were supposed to give up your child's freedom so that they would train up to become a rock star, a superstar, that they would have adoring masses of people worshiping them and bowing down to them and buying their latest CD or video. Oh, well, maybe in some cases I can see your point. Maybe you're right. Maybe the promoters are wrong. They're the ones that are the bad guys. It's not the parents' fault. I mean, the parents really just want their best for their children to be, to grow up and have more than what they have. After all, they don't need to teach them to be like Jesus. It's the promoter's fault. Oh, it's the recording studio. The recording studio contract wasn't fair, I mean, they could have had their schooling, but they decided not to do their schooling. And never mind that the Hollywood exposés are beginning to show all these children abused by Hollywood. Never mind that the recording studios are beginning to come out with these exposés of all these children that were abused. Never mind that the exploitation of children's groups, watchdog groups, are beginning to say that all these videos and people that are being tracked down by these sex exploiters and stealing and robbing children are being found on the internet. Never mind that Facebook itself has to watch for the exploitation of children on a consistent basis, because these children are being assaulted in their very own lives by child molesters and predators that are seeking to find them. Never mind that Jesus himself said that, suffer the little children to come unto me, for such is the kingdom of heaven, and forbid them not, and that he wants them to know him personally. And that the greatest thing we could do is to allow the child to come to God and have a personal relationship with him. Never mind that we've been given a precious soul, that we could play godlike in forming them and fashioning them, and what have we made them into be? Fit for hell, twice as condemned as the Pharisees have for us. Never mind that we have become so religiously minded that we are no earthly good, because we no longer look upon the things that God has blessed us with, but we choose to use them in our own sinful ways. Never mind, because after all, there are children, and we can do with them what we want. I'm not done. There'll be another one. But this is just one I wanted you to know how I feel about those that exploit children. This is part 1.